alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the fourth and final day of the stay-at-home reading rush. I'm pretty pumped. The book that I'm gonna do today is the prompt for a book with a house on the cover. So I'm going to read Rivers of London by Ben Aronovich, and note the shit ton of tiny houses on the cover. Okay, so meets the prompt, don't at me. I'm pretty excited about this book because loads of people have said it's really good. I just really haven't quite gotten around to it. You know, it's a bit thicky, it's maybe a bit, you know, it got focused, blah blah. I just haven't gotten to it for whatever reason. So I'm pumped to get to it today. I think I'm gonna take a more chill approach to today's reading than the other 3 days. All the other 3 days I was like, right, gotta stay on schedule so I can get to all 4 books, you know, gotta finish them at a certain time in order to get all of them in. Now that I'm on the last one, I feel like I can finish it really whenever. So I'm gonna have like a chill Sunday approach to reading this book. I've already read a bit. I'm on like a bit into chapter 2, so like not a lot, to be honest, which is good that I'm chill about it. But I'm really liking it so far. Okay, so the premise is that there's this guy, he's a cop in London. And he's like a sort of junior type cop, right? He's in his first like year or whatever, and he's coming to the point where he's got to make a decision about where he's gonna be a cop, you know, like at the minute he's doing like the year that everyone does, and then he's got to sort of come to like a proper unit afterwards. And sort of during like a sort of murder investigation or whatever, like when they're going around and asking people if they saw anything happen, he interviews someone who's like so-and-so and so-and-so, but that's because I'm dead. And he's like, pardon? You're dead? And he's like, yeah, I'm a ghost. He's like, well, how come I can see you then? He's like, I don't know, like maybe you've got a bit of the sight, you know? But anyway, so now there's this unit that deals specifically with like supernatural things, like ghosts and sort of ghouls and what have you. And they've seen that he now has interviewed a ghost, and they want him to sort of join them for this murder investigation of this guy who ended up headless. Anyway, I'm really liking it. I think it's really clever, really funny, like the characters are really good. It's sort of like giving me vibes like maybe like a Neil Gaiman type book, you know, but with a bit of more of like a detective cop novel edge. It's also sort of a bit reminding me of, you know, that movie, I can't remember the name of it, but it's got like Ryan Reynolds, and he sort of dies. He's a cop and then he dies, and then he has to join this like cop squad to deal with other people who are dead and sort of working around the living world or whatever. Like there's a part near the beginning where he's like, could it have been anyone, or was it destiny? When I'm considering this, I find it helpful to quote the wisdom of my father, who once told me, who knows why the fuck stuff happens. Or like, a short man in a suit tucks into the shadow behind the nearest column. I gave the prescribed Metropolitan Police first greeting. Oi! I said, what do you think you're doing?
It's wonky for my feet, but it's not wonky for my arms. Mum, look! I went to there. This is a nice place.
Guys, this is the foreshore of the Taff. If anyone saw my video from before about mudlarking with like the foreshore of the Thames, and I sort of said, oh, is there anywhere on the Taff you can do that? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Like, I did see a condom, so, you know, there's treasures abounding. Ooh, a brick!
I saw a sleeping frog.
Look, it's a building brick.
Where?
See it? That's one of the things that the Laura Maitland person finds a lot of on the Thames foreshore, and they're like medieval or like Victorian. Yeah, it came off a building, that. Yeah, I think it's another brick. maybe?
Is this one a massive?
Yeah.
You mean the hair? Yeah. Oh.
Okay, it is the end of the stay-at-home reading rush. It's the end of the last day. It's really late. I have to go to bed. And I only got to roughly like halfway-ish, like not quite halfway. I'm in the middle of chapter 5, I think. But it's so good. It's so good. Like, I'm really loving it. I can see myself definitely getting all the rest of the books as well. I think there's like 7 books in the series. And I'm so annoyed with myself. I do this all the time. All these books, people are like, they're so good. You should definitely read it. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. Like, why am I like this? Okay? I've been wasting time that I could have been reading these books. I could be on chapter 7, or I could be on book 7 by now, but I'm not because I'm stupid. Anyway, it's so good. Like, the main character, the guy who's like sort of new in the police and new to like the wizarding and stuff, he's really funny, he's really clever, he's really like down to earth. I really like him as a character. And you don't really know a lot about like the other guy, like the guy who he's apprenticed to, like the main like wizard guy. But there's hints that he's like really old potentially. He can do like all this magic, and apparently loads of people in the police know about this like magic section of the police, but they continue to just pretend like it doesn't exist. Like, anytime you try to tell them about the sort of magic stuff, they just sort of call it like X-Files shit, like they're uninterested in hearing anything about it. Anyway, I am loving it. There's like the goddess of the Thames who's being a bit chopsy and causing problems. There's vampires at the minute that are sort of causing problems. He's sort of like constantly being introduced to a new thing he didn't know existed. And it's really good. I'm loving it. So anyway, that's the end of the reading rush. I read 3.5 books roughly in the 4 days, and that's not too shabby. You know, I at least sort of had a start at all of the books that were on my TBR for ages that I wanted to clear off. I've had a blast watching everyone else's videos. It's really good when things like this happen because everyone starts sort of posting every day, and there's like a million things to watch that are really good. Thanks for watching mine, and if you have any comments or questions or anything about stuff I was reading, or like anything that you were reading or whatever, please put it down the bottom. I love a good comment section convo. Anyway, okay, until next time.